I took 90 days to find balance in my life, and I captured these moments so hopefully you could be inspired to soul blaze your life. Hi, my name is Eve Selis, and I have been friends with Lisa Haisha since the 9th grade in high school. And in the mid-'80s, we decided to move to Los Angeles because I was going to become a famous singer and she was going to be a famous actress. We were roommates for a while and we got to know each other pretty well, and we've remained friends throughout our adult life. We've kind of woven in and out of each other's lives, and it's very interesting for both of us that here we are again in a very similar place, back in LA, sharing some experiences of our own personal growth. He was already gone, already gone. The work that Lisa does now, she has been preparing for ever since I've known her, especially with the acting, and discovering that she could use the techniques that you do as an actress and bring them into helping people, recognizing those characters and those personalities within their own lives and how it helps them and how it hurts them. So I think she is a genius, if you ask me. Eve and I were high school friends, and then we both went off to college and pursuing our dreams. I was pursuing acting and she was pursuing music. We were talking, we both said, let's move to LA. And we found this very not charming apartment with blue shag carpet and lots of cockroaches, and we were never alone. And we had, it was one bedroom and we shared a bed, and we had no money for art or anything, so we put butcher paper up on the walls, and we used to subscribe to Vogue and Rolling Stone magazine and cut out our inspiration and put it on the wall. So we didn't have much, but we had dreams and determination.
It was bad.
It was bad. It was really bad. I remember my dad coming over, I'll help you, I'll give you money. No, Dad, I want the story. I struggled for my dreams. Nobody gave me a handout.
And have you ever heard of the story about the crabs in the bucket? It's a great story.
I think I have.
When they catch crabs, they put them in a bucket, and then when the bucket starts filling up, the one on the top's like, cool, I'm getting out of here, and they start to climb out, and the other crabs pull them down.
No.
Because usually what should happen when you step into your light, now you give everybody permission around you to step into their light. But if they're afraid and they don't want to step into their light, then they're going to be putting you down and trying to keep you back in the bucket. And they're telling you, oh,
no,
you
have to come down and be with us. This is the bar.
Yes, stay down here. Instead of, like, we are all born perfect love. We're born as perfect love. That we have no agenda when we're born other than to love and be loved. Every single human being. People are meant to be in our lives, and how our lives, if our lives are a fabric, it's like it's the color that gets woven into this part, and maybe it gets woven out for a little bit, but it always comes back through. And talking about what you're doing now with the energy and wanting to love the people away from you that aren't bringing the right energy to it, and holding on to the few people around you, or maybe just your core family for a while, so that you can find that center and so that you can remember who you are.
Most of the coaching clients in my workshops, retreats, the older ones, almost everyone says, I don't want to die with the dream inside me. I've always wanted to write this book. I always wanted to be a singer. I always wanted to direct. It's always usually art. I wanted to paint, or I wanted to do something. They wanted to create, because we're all like God inside. We're all creators. We all want that, and they all wanted to do that. And they're like, how do I get it to the next level?
Right. We all have the light and the spark and the beauty of more. And yet we deny it. And we all deny it. We deny it in everyone because we're all afraid. Why are we so afraid?
But I think that's what we have to do, is start downloading, which I do, is the mind dump of everything we're afraid of and everything that's holding us back. And then doing a self-forgiveness on that, which I've talked about before. And why am I doing this? Forgive yourself from the shaming of yourself and all that. And go, what is it that I want?
It's the fear of the unknown that keeps us from doing many, many things. And I think if we can just try to push that fear away, or at least recognize it for what it is and say, no, I don't want this fear. I want love. I'm going to choose love. Love is easy. Fear is complicated. Love is going to get me to where I want to go. And we focus on the light of it. We focus on the words of the positive, like you said. I have light. I have love. I have creativity in my heart, just like you do. And I love the analogy of the candles. If you're a candle and I'm a candle, we both shine our lights brightly, right?
Yes.
And if we take our candle and we light another candle, does either one of our candles lose light?
No.
Never.
No.
Not.
Same thing, same analogy of going to an ocean with a cup. If you
Yes.
take it, there's enough for everybody.
Enough
It's not
for
like,
all
oh,
of
you're
us.
rich and I'm not rich. It's like, go get your cup. Just go fill it up. That's all you
Yes.
have to do. But they go to the edge and go, I'm not worthy.
Right.
No, give me some
Right.
of yours. You know?
Right.
It's like, no,
Right.
go get your own, because that's where you get
Yes.
your self-worth. And that's where you get to give your gift that you were given away.
I love the analogy of the ocean because that's a God thing too.
Yes.
How much God do you want? Do
Yes.
you want a thimbleful?
Yeah.
Do you want a bucketful? Do you want a bulldozer full? Do you want an ocean full? You choose. And if you don't believe in God, how much universe do you want? How much higher power do you want? How much of this enlightenment do you want?
Because it's available
A
for all of
thimbleful?
us. We just have to say, I choose it. And if you don't
Yes.
choose it, it's...
And who would just choose a thimble?
I'm not choosing a thimble anymore. I was choosing a thimble for a while. You know why? Because you're exhausted. Because I allowed so many people in my life that took my energy. I was mama bear.
Yes.
You're supposed to help thy neighbor. I took that to the extreme.
Yes.
So then you had no energy.
Yeah.
So I had no energy left for me. So then when I tried to create, I'm going, this just isn't good. I read it, it's not good enough.
Yes.
Then I get, I guess I'm just not a writer. I guess I'm just not that. Because we steal the time that we have to get the juice from the universe and the downloads and
Yes. Right. And you can't
you
control
can't
that.
control
You can't
it.
do
And
it.
I'm like, oh my God, all this time wasted. Now I'm going to just inner circle of
Yes.
friends, get my downloads, create, become who I'm supposed to be, and live that life.
Yeah, and lead by example, because
Yes.
that's the only thing you can do. You
Yes.
can't make somebody believe something they're not ready to believe or they're not able to see. You can only say, this is what I believe and this is what works for me. And then people will go, what's going on with you, Lisa? You look different. You sound different. You feel different. And you step into your light.
You step into it and just like things come easier for you and it just things work and flow and
Yeah.
that's where it's at. Do you want to flow in the pool, by the way?
Let's go get in the pool.
Let's go get in the
I'm
pool.
all for it.